Hey guys, welcome to Sponsored Hobbies. This is a automotive video. This is a 2008 Honda Civic Si. So I had a code and a noise. The code was p0171. It was a lean code. It also had a noise. The noise, it sounded like I'll make another video and I'll put exhaust leak, and I'll put the description of this car. So that's how. So you guys know how it sounds, and so it was that sound and a leak. So the code and the sound, right? So for that, I used the scanner, got the code, realized that it could have been a faulty or dirty mass airflow sensor, so I cleaned it. Then I cleaned the throttle body, and then I reset the code with a negative cable off and with a scanner, and I left it running for a while, and then I test drove it. The code came back on. I took it to a buddy of mine. I figured it might be a tuning issue, since it has a Skunk 2 headers and exhaust. Again, this is a stock K20Z3 long block, just with a Skunk 2 header and exhaust. I purchased it like this. I did not put this. So I went under there and I could not find the leak. I was about to put a smoke machine. From the bottom side, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see a leak, but when I took these off, you can obviously see that there's a crack on the top. It's on 1, 2, 3, on all four runners actually. If you do this, you can actually see the inside. You'll see the light, and it is branded Skunk 2 Alpha headers. So I'm probably just gonna, since it is a performance exhaust, I'm just gonna take it to a machine shop or an exhaust shop, so they can just weld it up, and then I'll just place it back. I will also replace all these gaskets because they seem pretty cracked and old, and I mean, I'd rather do it now than later. Okay, I actually thought it was gonna be this gasket, the header gasket, but it doesn't really seem like there's a leak on it. You would actually see like the black going like this, leaking out the exhaust on the thinner parts. You can also see it on the thicker parts, but most likely it'd be on the top. But I did end up finding the issue thanks to a buddy of mine. He's like, yeah, it sounds like an exhaust. It was the first time I had an SI, so I figured maybe the exhaust is normal. Maybe it sounds like that. He told me, no, man, it definitely doesn't sound like a leak. So I ended up just taking off the header, finding that it's not really a difficult job. Some of the header bolts are a little bit difficult to get to, but I got lucky with the Skunk 2s. It doesn't have the heat shield, so it's way easier to take off. I did have to take off two brackets. Let me see if I can show you guys that to make it easier on me. I did take off the mid pipe to make it easier, and that actually helped me take off the header without removing this cross member. So I took off, I believe, though, these are the shifter cables. I just took off this bracket to move it aside, and I took off this wiring. It's like a little harness bracket. It's mounted on the power steering rack. I just took off those two bolts, and then now I could move this aside, and I'm able to just tilt the header side to side and then wiggle it out. Again, since these are Skunk 2, if you have OEM headers, that would be a different story. You probably have to take off the cross member, at least loosen it up a little. That's what I've heard. I've read that also. Never done that. Okay, so that's so that was this. That was the 2008 Honda Civic Si with a K20 Z3 long block. It's got two headers, an exhaust, If I don't end up liking the welds, I do actually have some OEM headers. But they just they'll work, but they'll lose some performance. These are extra parts that I have. I'm actually have a little project, so some of that stuff I can use it on this. But all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if it's bad. Don't forget to follow and like. Thank you.